This is how you can travel as a college student and still get a 4.0. First, the key to any good trip is planning. Probably one of the first things I do at the start of every semester is put all my classes and exam dates into Google Calendar. I do this so that I can quickly look which weekends are the most free and which weeks I have too much work to go on trips. I have my whole schedule planned out for a number of weeks in advance. If we go back to today, you can see all my classes in blue, as well as a number of other activities in different colors. I like putting tests in a different color to make sure that I do not plan anything on this date. Next, to book your flights, make sure to use Skyscanner. I love using this website because it gives you the option to put in a home airport and then to put everywhere for your to airport. That means that if I have a free 3-day weekend and I want to be a bit spontaneous, but also get a good deal, I can choose Houston, for example, because that's my closest airport, and then everywhere. And then I can find the cheapest deals to basically a random city across the United States or even across the world. I also use Booking.com for all my accommodations because it gives me the cheapest deals usually. And after only like 15 stays through Booking.com, you can get up to 20% off. Second, we all know that schoolwork is a part of college. Some weeks you might have mountains of schoolwork, and some weeks you might only have one assignment due. However, on any of those weeks, if you need to plan a trip in advance, you have to learn to prioritize. The first thing you're going to want to do is look at your syllabi for each of your classes. Most likely, your professor is going to put the grade weighting distributions for each assignment type. For example, final exams may be worth like 30% of your grade, whereas a homework might be worth something like 1% of your grade, depending on how many homeworks you have and how much it's weighted for. That means that obviously you should put a lot more time and effort into studying for your finals and your midterms and other heavily weighted assignments, and maybe don't spend as much time as you do on your homeworks. Second, make sure to get a good file organizer. I love using Notability, which is the app you see right here, because not only can I organize all my PDFs, I can also download things like my textbooks that I find online. I can write homeworks down, and I can even upload PowerPoints from all my classes. It's super useful for all my classwork. Next, you're going to want to set aside all your assignments that you know you can do by yourself. The reason I say this is because you're going to have a lot of time that you can't even predict to do schoolwork while you travel, such as a flight that gets delayed, meaning you'll have a longer layover, maybe some extra time at a restaurant when you're eating, or even just getting to the hotel a bit earlier than you thought. All these times mean that you can be doing schoolwork. Moving on, if you really want to travel a lot in college, but also not break the bank, make sure to join the right organizations. Some organizations emphasize the traveling aspect of that organization, such as Engineers Without Borders often goes to underprivileged communities to help them build utilities in their area, and that's awesome. But there are a lot of other organizations that you can find as long as you're creative. For example, I play with the pep band at my school. Last year alone, I got paid, and I mean paid extra money along with getting my flights and accommodation paid for to go to Nashville and to New York City, both for about half a week. Also, if you can, I highly recommend stretching out your degree plan. That means that if you have to do general education credits, such as those random and seemingly pointless math, social studies, intro chemistry classes that you have to take, try to fit them all in your freshman and sophomore year. That means that not only will you have more time later in college for all your tougher classes to get a good grade, you can also spend more time traveling in your later classes and your later years. Finally, make sure to utilize your breaks. Obviously, you have your summer and winter break, but you also have smaller breaks like spring break, Thanksgiving break, and random 3-day weekends throughout the semester that you can plan trips for. Don't forget that you don't need an internship in the summer, unless you want one. I think they're great, but there are so many other opportunities to travel that are more interesting, in my opinion, than internships. Thanks for watching. If you love this video, please like and subscribe. And if you hated it, put it in the comments. I always love to improve. If you want to see the companion article to this video, check out the link I put in the description box below, as well as all of my other articles on findingnewshores.com. Also, look out for new content posted weekly.